We now return to Reckoning of New York. I'm gonna feel really stupid if this is only like 5 minutes here, but a week full of nightmares. I feel like we're not done. There's still too many characters, still too many loose ends. In the everlasting game of survival, I got the vial and Reynard got his due. Well, yeah, we don't know that. Dying off camera doesn't mean anything. It's time to give New York City a middle finger and never look its way again. My memory of getting here is all foggy. I must have strayed off the path more than a few times because it's late as hell with the sun about to peek over the skyline. How much time do I have left? 20 minutes? Maybe 30 if I'm lucky? Finally, around the corner of the parking lot where I left my RV. Same spot that everyone apparently already knows, and now I've got to go to sleep, so that's not great. There's a surge of relief when I spot her tucked away in the shadows, still in one piece. There's a rat in the headlight I just noticed. Shadows don't feel empty. Kali, you're not alone. Fucking hell, Pedrick. Don't sneak up on me like that. If you're here just to... He's trying to act cool, slouching against my RV, but every line of his lanky body screams blood, wounds, agony. Even if his face isn't showing it at all. In fact, it's totally blank in that familiar, almost comforting way, but something's off about his whole demeanor. The way he looks at me, the way he's standing here, and if he's not pouncing at me only because the pain... As if he's not pouncing at me only because the pain's holding him back. My gut always goes nuts when I'm facing real danger, and right now I listen. So I come to a halt. What's wrong? Are you hurt? I'm fine. It seems the SAD has started hiring amateurs, or they're just slipping up, as I'm sure you're well aware. I am well aware, but how the hell does he know that? Just nod curtly and keep my mouth shut. I'm sorry about Reynard. I get that he was a flawed man who caused you more than enough suffering, but grief is rarely just black or white, is it? And while I never knew my own sire, I can sympathize. I'm truly sorry for your loss. How do you... You've been spying on me? He shrugs with one shoulder, a pathetic attempt at nonchalance. Knowing things is what I do. Knowledge is power, right? And on the topic of knowledge... He takes a step forward... He takes a step toward me, and I instinctively take one back, tensing up, ready to flee or fight. He stops, gazing at me with his big, empty eyes. Why don't you hand over the vial? So this is it, huh? I really am just a lone rogue. Kali versus the goddamn world. I'd laugh, but there's no joy left in me. Not even a trace of sarcasm. All this time, you lying sack of shit. I'm not your enemy, Kali. I just need the vial. Hand it over, please. In the end, survival's the game we play. I mean... Lie? I mean, I suppose we would go big, huh? It's gonna be an obvious lie, though, but that's what we would do. I have no idea what you're on about. He just gives me an unamused glare. The vial of Zapathasur's blood that you and your sire stole from the SAD's transport earlier tonight. Do I need to explain myself further? Yeah, go ahead, enlighten me about this imaginary vial. Kali, I've come to appreciate your jesting, but this is an entirely serious matter. I hiss at him, back hunched and fangs bared. Curiosity killed the raven. Why? Why the hell are you doing this? To kiss the sheriff's ass? To put me in my place? Tell me. I told you. It's knowledge I'm after. Be more specific. I'm just a blind tool, remember? Kali. He struggles a bit, his voice hanging in the air. I told you about my Malkavian heritage. It has plagued me for as long as I can remember. This vial contains my heritage, not yours. That vial, more than anything, holds immense power, a force vast enough to either usher in our doom or unlock the gateway to uncharted possibilities. It all hinges on who claims it first. He hesitates, but seems too exhausted to keep up with his facade of secrets. Vritra is certain the blood will expand her mind. She assured me it would grant her unique insight into the nature of our kind, and in turn the nature of my voice. I stare at him, mouth agape. Fucking serious right now? He just nods, his expression unreadable. I don't even know where to start. You've been in cahoots with Vritra the whole time? I thought you made me think you were scared shitless of her. I am scared of her. I really am. But... Kali, I'm old, far older than you. 4 times your age, at least. I survived the fall of London. I've witnessed the true extent of the eternal struggle. I've even learned to outsmart the conflicting voices in my head. This one bizarre, distinct voice. I have to know why it still haunts me. I can't go on without answers. Vritra, she promised me that I burst out laughing, fury and disbelief coursing through my veins. Oh, she promised you, really? Absolute moron. Kali. I've never met her, not even once, and I'm 100% sure she's gonna fuck you over. How could she not? She fucks everyone over. Or fucks over everyone, whatever. He doesn't seem to hear me. You don't know her like I do. I have been in talks with her for months. She is reasonable, if strict. Stay on her good side, and she delivers on her promises. How can you be so naive? Has she actually come through on anything she's promised, or has she just been stringing you along using those promises as bait? He shakes his head, not in disagreement, but as if he wanted to dislodge my words from his ears. Just hand over the vial. Patty, wake up. Your obsession's leading you right to your own pit of decay. What happened to your instincts, to all the voices that prophesied the future? Where are they now, when you're about to entrust Vritra with unimaginable power? Can't you see the end of the world in the making? What's wrong with you? Everything is wrong with me. Raw fury in his voice shocks me. I've never seen him so unhinged, eyes ablaze, fangs out, fingers curled into claws and ready for a fight. But just as quickly, he regains his composure, shaking his head again and relaxing his hands. Are we gonna die here? Like, the sun's coming up, right? I'm going to ask you one last time. Please, hand over the vial. I know the past few nights have been hell for you, through no fault of your own, and for what it's worth, I've grown to like you. I really don't want this to get ugly. But I need that vial, so hand it over, now. You're so dumb for a smartass. Is he a smartass? Well, this makes me think that he would be saying that, no, I'm going to use it for myself, but he just said that he's going to give it to Vritra, so this would be, like, just continuing this pointlessly. You're smart, one of the smartest kindred I've ever met, but you're too stupid to see that I can't do that. I won't. I turn away from him and storm off toward the RV. But I don't get very far. Give me the vial. Suddenly, I'm no longer in control of my own body. My limbs are stiff, head frozen in place, voice lost. I'm a marionette, and my puppeteer has just pulled my strings taut. I turn against my own will, legs straining in protest, and step by step I walk toward Pedrick, who is looking at me steadily, one hand extended and fingers dancing subtly as if orchestrating my every move. And I can't stop. No matter how much I scream inside my head, urging my muscles to defy him, there's nothing I can do to break free from Pedrick's indomitable will. I march right up to him and slowly reach into my belt bag with a trembling hand. And then it stops. Pedrick pauses for a moment, his hand dropping toward his dice ring. He starts spinning it erratically with a distant look in his eyes, and though the invisible strings still tug at my limbs, I can feel them loosen with every damn spin. The moment his concentration wavers, I seize my chance. In that fleeting second of Pedrick's hesitation, I grab the wooden stake he gave me on the first night we met, and drive it into his heart in one swift move. He lets out a soft, startled sound and crumples onto the ground, unmoving. Only his eyes betray his consciousness, dazed, astonished, and absolutely terrified. I would like to point out that we were given 3 choices, and they were all no. So, like, they weren't choices at all. Once again, like, the story just wants to point us in one direction. I can't believe I feel sorry for him. The same jerk who pulled me along and pretended to care for nearly a week. Christ, I must be some kind of magnet for a very specific brand of asshole. Proven twice over in just one night. Well, lesson learned. The worst part is, this isn't even your fault. Pedrick can't respond, of course, but hell, I'm not even sure who I'm talking to, him or myself. I crouch down, head buried between my knees, desperately trying to choke back the panic and grief swelling up in me like a tide. You might want to get inside the RV to do this. Dawn is almost upon us. I can't just break down now, damn it. I need to get out of here. I glance at Pedrick, but quickly look away, seeing his eyes empty and soulless. I could remove the stake. Nobody deserves to burn alive, unable to do anything about it, but I just know he won't let up. My gut screams that the second I pull that stake out, he'll come at me again, stubborn as hell. And right now, my gut's the only thing I trust. Pedrick lied to me over and over again. About his ring, his motives, his ties to Vritra. How can I trust him not to hurt me when he's just like everyone else? Maybe it's time I really start living like one of my kind, minding my own business instead of sticking my nose in others, even with the best of intentions. Survival's the game we all play. But it's the sun that dictates the rules, so let's have the sun decide. I leave Pedrick sprawled on the ground and hop into my RV. I start the engine, slam my foot on the gas. Gotta look out for yourself, Kali. Nobody else is gonna do it. Gotta look out for yourself. Chant the words over and over like a mantra as I drive away, leaving behind Pedric, the Camarilla, the Anarchs, the city, this whole fucking mess, while the vial containing the blood of my most ancient of ancestors burns a hole in my belt bag. Gotta look out for yourself, Kali. But if I'm really just looking out for myself, why the hell do I feel so wrecked? This is my fucked up reckoning. Ah, the fake out on the end there, and nothing in the world can take it away. The vial rests in my palm, heavy with both promise and burden. Blood inside is dark, thick like syrup, and there seems to be a faint warmth to it. Or maybe that's just me making things up. I'm pretty good at that. I was taught by the best of the best, after all. It looks so harmless, so bland, so plain, so boring. Blood of an antediluvian, the progenitor of my entire dwindling clan. God, I can't even remember his name. Yeah, it is very awkward, isn't it? Zapathasura. Right, that guy. I'm not even sure if Reynard actually believed his own tales about saving our clan from extinction. What did he say again? The last time Zapathasura woke up, he almost wiped out all of his descendants, and that was just the start of the mayhem. Sounds like a load of crap, but I really don't know. Honestly, I feel like I don't know anything anymore. And yet, everyone's desperate to get their hands on this cursed thing. Aisling, Vritra, Reynard, Pedric. Oh, Pedric, you brilliant idiot. What would he do if he was in my shoes? He'd probably hold on to it and launch into some long-winded rant about the importance of knowledge. What he actually did was... Damn it. I'm really going to miss the goofball, or at least the version of him I knew before tonight. A version that never really existed. When did I become such a fragile mess? But this vial looks just as fragile. I could just throw it away, watch the glass break and the blood splatter everywhere. Blood. Feed. Hunger. Is it talking to me now? I guess I'll be like Pedric and hang on to you for a bit longer. It'll be our little secret. After all, I'm Ravnos. Rogue, the Raven, the Trickster. I am the secrets I keep. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just... I don't know, man. I don't see how I could possibly get a different ending than this, because this game was just so on the rails. Like I said, that last choice there, 3 choices all leading to the same end. I mean, was it ever going to end any other way? If I had just stopped playing coy and just straight said no, would he have overpowered me and I would have died and gotten the bad ending? Because, I mean, you know, there's a bit of meta here where there is the Pedric storyline, so he clearly survives, unless it's like some kind of prequel or something, which is entirely possible, I suppose. Setting him up now that we sort of know his secret. Maybe that's it. I guess we'll find out here in a minute here, but you know, maybe it's him talking to Vritra now that the whole cat's out of the bag. Because once again, another off-screen death. We don't know. I think in the vampire universe, when they get staked, they just go into torpor. The only thing that actually destroys them is the sun, or specific weapons that, like, dismember them. But I don't think a stake is enough to do it. So, you know, someone comes along and pulls the stake out and he could still survive. We'll find out in a minute. But anyway, I just, you know, I don't know. This game just felt like they had a story they wanted to tell, and I do believe that this trilogy are based upon the old role-playing setting. I know there was one... I forget what it was called, but it was about Chicago. Obviously, this one is in New York, and I'm willing to bet there was one for the New York setting, like all these characters, I'm sure. I think we probably even talked about that in the first series. So, like, they might just have been trying to, you know, retell a story, but like the Julia one, the second story, definitely had different endings. I mean, that one, there were many choices in that one that actually did affect the story. and it gave me the worst ending, where I just flee, and who knows what else happens. But even that one, just from what I remember, was only loosely associated with the first game. Just, like the characters, like Kadir, for example. But this one just, I guess thematically it kind of goes with the plot, that we were just strung along the whole way, that we had no real agency on our own, because we were wrapped up in the plot of the previous two games. So I guess I could understand that. I could see that maybe that's why they chose to do it, but it just, I don't know. It didn't feel like any decision I made would have led to a different conclusion. For that, I don't know that this needed to be made, frankly. I guess, they wanted a trilogy. I think this game came out several years after the second one, though, because it's been a while since I did that game. Anyway, can we skip over this? Can we speed up? Is there a reason to speed? Oh, no, that's too. Let's just skip it. All right. So if we go, now he's here. Interesting. Interesting. He was not on the title screen before. So new game. Now we can do Pedric. Yeah. So it's his story. All right. I'm willing to bet this must happen beforehand. It didn't let us go into Pedric's story because it would have been spoilers as to here, but I'm willing to bet this happens beforehand. But again, we don't know that he's actually dead for real. He's staked, but left out in the sun, but we don't know that he actually died. Just like we don't know that Reynard's actually dead either, so who knows. But anyway, I guess we'll go into Pedric's story next time, and we'll just call it an episode.